loud. Hey, there we go. Can you see me okay still?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, hey, Ben and Erica, thank you for being on today's Wellness Wednesday. It's always great to have people on here that have such a powerful message to share. And obviously, we've been connected through school and social media now for, over 20 years now, right? So, really glad to have you here today. And Ben, I guess just first question is, how did we meet, and what are you and Erica looking to bring to the viewers and the readers today?
Yeah. Well, we met back in college many years ago, like like 20 some years ago. But I think we look better than ever.
Absolutely. You're a fine, good-looking gentleman, Ben.
You too, man. You too. But I think that environment set us up to serve people better, and to really start to find our groove in how we wanted to serve people. And we're both athletes,
Yep.
and so yeah, as an athlete, Erica's an athlete too. She's a volleyball player, and I think that aspect, you're connected to your body, in a way that's special, because you have to take care of it if you're going to perform. you know so I think that aspect was important. And so now with Erica, we've been married for 13, almost 14 years, and health, wellness, vitality, life, these have been really important things to us. Like, we're preachers' kids, so there's that added layer of like, how can we serve people, and
Sure.
how can we help them in their lives? And I think when you dig down deep to that, it's interesting, the paths that God leads you on.
Sure.
So together we have our interests, and I feel like they're parallel. I have what I do, and Erica has kind of her specialty in what she does. But together we just want to, I think our overall mission, we want to align with God in bringing like just more wholeness and flourishing to people's lives.
Sure.
And when you do that, I mean, I know you see this with people's mental health and everything. When you get to play a role in that, how special that is. Like, there's nothing else like it, because I think that's what we're meant for. We have that innate connection with humans, and so when we help another person rise, it's a wonderful thing.
Absolutely. And one thing, we were, so we ran in different social circles at school, but you know what, you were always a great guy, you and Erica, great people, and so thrilled to be able to connect after all these years. And I think we would have been great friends at school.
Yeah.
But you know what, 20 years later, we're going to make it work.
It's okay. I know.
Yeah. And Erica, anything you wanted to share before I get on with the questions?
Oh, I don't know. I really liked what Ben said. I love to think about the word reconciliation. And I think of us, as ministers of reconciliation. And you just think about how we kind of become disconnected from ourselves, from God, from the earth. And so for me, my mission is to really help people to reconcile all things, for all things to become new and whole. And there's so many different ways at that. And I love honoring all the different ways that people, bring that to the table and serve people through nutrition and exercise. And I was so passionate about gardening. I still am, but like for a long time, I was really looking into soil health. Like, oh, this is it. This is going to really help people, And so, but there's just like so many categories of health, and I love that. And so, when we all work together and just kind of shine our light and do the thing that we're like, oh, that makes me excited. That sparks a lot of life in me. This is really gonna help this person, this is going to add value to humanity, then we've got something good going in the world, So
Definitely.
yeah.
That's a great way to put it. And for those of you who don't know what you do, I'm really looking forward to hearing about your story, what your future looks like. And Ben, we connected probably maybe close to 2 years ago, maybe about you were with a new company, talking about the benefits of some of their products and how it could help me. So let's just start from there. What's your business? What do you do? And what's next for Ben?
Okay. Well, and this is a little bit of a kind of like a tangent, because I think in the overall scheme of health, a lot of it comes down to our diet, the foods that we consume on a daily basis, and the quality of that, and the attitude too with which we take it. Right, that makes a big difference. So my business is with a health and wellness company, and one of the main focuses there is collagen. Okay, so our bodies are made up of collagen. It's a really important piece of our bodies, part of our bodies, and that's really cool. We've got nutrition that we incorporate as well into just our daily life, right? So you got your phytonutrients and some of this stuff. So that is, I would say, like the supplement part of the day, right? My daily life, our daily life. I think most people incorporate that in some form, So that is a powerful thing. What I wanted to especially kind of share with you was this experience that I had this summer that I think is really, really life-changing. And I was passionate about reaching out to you and saying, we got to talk about this. I have to share this with people because it's incredible the changes that can take place. And then when you get that piece, when you have like kind of that life change, then incorporating the supplements, it means a lot more. You know what I mean? Your body can absorb it better. You can utilize it more. Like you can feel the effects better. So is it okay if I tell you a little bit about that experience?
Absolutely, Ben.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So
go ahead, my man.
Yeah.
The floor is yours. This is all about you. It's all about you guys. Cool. So
well, so this summer, oh my gosh, so cool. And I know this is like a really special thing. Not everybody gets a chance to do this kind of thing, but I got to go up to Martha's Vineyard this summer for 35 days. And what's special to me about Martha's Vineyard is there's a naturopathic doctor up there. Okay, her name is Dr. Ronnie DeLuz. She's a 2-time New York Times bestseller. Basically, she is the naturopathic doctor to celebrities and politicians and like the ultra wealthy. So, I mean, yes, you can Google her. I would say that she doesn't spend a lot of time personally, like on Facebook and Instagram and, TikTok and all that stuff. Like if you Google her, it's not like this beautiful whatever, because she spends so much time pouring into her clients, right? And they know who she is. She hasn't been out there in the online space in order to get customers, if you will, because she's kind of got her small set of these people. They're like, she's our doctor, we don't want to share her with everybody. But so there's that, there's that piece. But we had the opportunity to go there. I went with 3 other people, and we did this 21-day detox. So she's really famous for treating 21 chronic illnesses. And there's like story after story with this. She became famous for this book that, it's kind of about weight loss and stuff. And she really wasn't that interested. She didn't want it to be about weight loss, but her publisher was like, listen, if you lead with that, then people are going to be excited and they're going to lose the weight. And then they're just going to fall in love with you, and you'll just really win their hearts. So she did, and then it like blew up. It got super famous.
Mhm.
And but we did this program with her at the retreat center. And I won't go into details. Like usually you have to pay about $15,000 to do this retreat,
Okay.
right? Thankfully, I didn't have to. Just with some certain circumstances, I didn't have to pay all that, but
Perfect.
to do the program. And for me personally, I was a little bit nervous, because in this program, you don't chew anything for 21 days. Chew anything for 21 days. What you do is you have maximum nutrition in small doses throughout the day. Okay. So you drink juice, right? So you have an antioxidant drink. And then a couple hours later, you have an anti-inflammatory drink. And then a couple hours later, you have a green drink, and then another green drink, and then soup and broth. And you drink water. So you just do this. And, I was like, am I going to be hungry? How am I going to feel? And actually, there's only a couple times during the program I actually felt hungry. And this was just my experience, but I had so much energy, and it was so crazy because it was like pound a day, 2 pounds, 1 pound, 0 pounds, another pound. And over the course of those 21 days, I lost 22 pounds.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. Incredible. And it's not just fat, but it's like water weight.
Yep.
It's inflammation. Obviously, it's the toxins. So that was me. And I didn't really think I had that much weight to lose, but like I look back on my pictures now, I was like, ooh, I was a little chubby guy. And then the 3 other people I was with, I was talking to a guy today that I was with, he's lost 45 pounds. And so he lost like 20 some during the program, and then he's continued to lose weight. Me, I didn't have 45 pounds to lose, but I kind of got to my ideal weight. And since that time, I just felt like, wow, I have so much energy. I have to do something with this, right? So then I joined a gym. I've like Erica, she's like, this is the buffest you've ever been since I've known you.
I never thought you were buff, Ben, but hey, more power to you, buddy.
I'm getting there.
You
I'm
can
getting
start
there.
to see the muscles in it.
Yeah, I was gonna come on with no shirt, but it's cold. So so like I'm in this gym, right? Orange Theory. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. And there's all these people that are working out. You know what? I know they're in there because they want to lose weight. A lot of them. A lot of them. And I just think I wish they knew about this program that I did, because they would just see the pounds melt off. And of course, again, it's not just about the pounds. It's about the overall health, the internal health, the blood pressure, like all these markers that are super important.
In fact, the extra pounds are a symptom of something deeper. And so that's what Dr. Ronnie loves to focus on, is she's like, okay, sure, if you want to lose the weight, that's great. Because you don't want that weight. But let me tell you why you have that weight. It's because you're holding on to toxic water in your body.
Okay.
You've got toxins all over the place. You have inflammation like crazy. All of this stuff that's just, it's like disease processes in action. And so what she loves to do is to watch people get excited about the weight numbers, but she's over here reading other numbers, and she's just like, boom. These people are actually getting healthy from the inside out. They're resetting their numbers, their blood pressure numbers, their blood sugar numbers. It helps with emotions, even emotional detox. So she's over here like getting excited about this stuff. But
that's cool. That's pretty cool.
She went through the program. So let me back up real quick sec. So her passion now is to make this actually available for everybody. Okay, so that they don't have to pay $15,000.
Yep.
To her retreat, because that's just like not feasible, right? So what she's done is she's created an online community just on Facebook, and so people can join like a monthly cohort, and everybody goes through it together.
Okay.
She leads the group, right? So she'll come on and she'll do Facebook Lives. She's got resources in there so that basically like anybody can do this now, because that's what she wants. Like
Yep.
she loves her famous clients. She has a great relationship with them, but she wants it to be available to everybody. So she's done 2 cohorts now. And I
Okay.
think, close to 200 people. And the testimonies are just, they will make you cry.
Yeah.
They will literally
Right.
make you cry because of how it's just changing people's lives.
Powerful. Sounds powerful.
So powerful. So I've seen it with Erica, like myself, with Erica, my mom. She's done it. Just story after story. So that's really what I want to let people
Sure.
know,
Sure.
is like, look, you don't have to, if you really want to see a life change, like people are out there doing Hard 75, if you've heard of that.
What's that?
program.
No.
Is that
Just
like a
just
Tony?
just Google
Google
it.
it. Google it after.
Just
Okay.
Google it. People probably have heard of it, but it's this like program that's like really hard. And you do it for 75 days and it's like life changing, right? But
Which I'm sure it is.
I'm
but-
sure it is. But the thing is, like, the guy does not know what he's talking about when it comes to nutrition. He doesn't. Like, that's not his background. With Dr. Ronnie, she's been doing this for like 30 some years. Like, she's incredible, person. Like, this is why some of the top people, if you will, go to her, because she just is amazing. So if people could just know what was possible in 21 days, is it hard to like stop chewing food? Is it hard to like, stop eating ice cream at night, or like give up this or that? Yeah. But, can you see your why? Like, people who do this, they know they need a life change. And when I'm at the gym, I'm like, wow, do you want to be at this gym working out for like 10 months? So that you can maybe get the results that I got in 21 days. And in a way, that's like nutrition driven.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I can get up on that soapbox. So
And each of your organs benefits from it too. So like people who are having trouble with their liver is going to feel so much happier at the end.
Okay.
People who are having trouble with their colon gets a 21-day vacation basically, because it's not going to
Mhm.
digest anything.
Yep.
Just like we need vacations and rest, well, so do our organs. And so that's the cool part, is that people who have like rumbly tummies and things like that, or
Yeah.
things just don't sit right or whatever, it's just a sign that you need to detox a little bit. You need to give it a
Okay.
rest. And so it helps to just clean out the kidneys, the liver, it rests your tummy, and you come back after the 21 or 30 days and your stomach, like nothing happens. You eat and you don't hear anything. You go to the bathroom normally and you're just like,
Yeah.
what just happened?
All
yeah,
right.
It's a really beautiful change where things start to run smoothly like they should. And it's a reset really. And so it's not that it replaces going to the gym. It's
Right.
just that it's a different approach. If you're struggling to lose weight, if you're struggling with chronic conditions, it might just be that you need a straight up reset, and not by starving yourself, but the exact opposite, actually by giving your body liquid nutrients so that you don't even have to digest them. They just go right to your bloodstream and they start going to work and your cells are happy. Right.
Yeah.
So
I'm assuming it's not just physical that you feel better, right? Like just mentally and emotionally,
right.
it affects that as well.
totally.
Yeah, the mental clarity, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
The energy, so much, we're all connected. We know this, so if you're improving your nutrition is information, right? For your body. So information obviously is going to affect, there's my girl. Okay.
Okay.
Information is up here too, like is in your mind, is in your mental space. So it's all connected, right? It's going to help you mentally, emotionally as well.
Sure.
Yep.
Makes
So-
sense. Good
So
stuff.
Yeah, Erica will be right back.
No worries. No worries.
My daughter needs a little more
Little
food.
preoccupied.
Yeah, yeah.
Where
So
are you right now? Are you in Iowa right now?
we're in Iowa. We're
Okay.
getting ready to move down to St. Martin in the Caribbean.
That sounds terrible.
I know
That sounds terrible.
it's gonna be awful.
I-
No.
Iowa winters or
I
beach?
know, or beach, 85 degrees every day. So, but yeah, here she is. Okay.
All right.
So I would
That's
say
okay.
that, like, that's, if people want to know about that, they should reach out.
Sure.
I think that's the biggest deal. I want people to know that this kind of, there's detoxes out there.
Mhm.
You can go on Amazon and buy a 3-day detox for like 300 or $500. But what really makes a difference is, number one, like Dr. Ronnie.
Mhm.
Her experience, her level of care, her guidance, and then also the community.
Mhm.
Because now we need community more than ever. You don't
Yep.
don't think you want to go about doing something like this on your own. It's pretty hard.
It is hard. I
And
wanted to quit all the time.
yeah, and just to be like surrounded by other people in that environment where you're like, we need to make a change, like we support each other, and then you just see them like, hey, I wanted to quit but I didn't. And you're like, oh no, I can't quit. I don't have an excuse. And then over the course, you just like hear each other's stories, and
Mhm.
it's just moving. So if people want to learn more about this, definitely just reach out, and we'll
Sure.
just get connected to Dr. Ronnie.
Perfect. Thanks, Ben. Thanks, Erica. And Erica, your business, mental health, fitness, bit of a different track than Ben, but
Yeah.
would love to hear what you're doing, how you're trying to help, and what you want to share today.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I do something a little different. I do something called body code.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is that?
So the body code is a natural approach to health and wellness. It's an energy modality. It's energy healing. And so, speaking of kind of emotional stuff, one reason why I don't.
Okay.
So one reason why I really got into this is because I realized that not only was, you probably realize this too, not only is nutrition helpful for being well and for your body being well, but emotions and emotional baggage plays a really big role. And so what I do is, how people have emotional baggage, and it's from things that have happened in their past, but it's still affecting them today in some way.
Mhm.
Whether it's health issues that they're having, or whether it's reactivity to situations, mood swings, mental illnesses, things like that. This emotional baggage is still affecting them today. And so with the work that I do, we can find and completely get rid of this emotional baggage I'm not a therapist, so we don't talk about it. You don't have to relive it. You don't have to re-experience it in any way. We just clear it. We clear it from your body and the way it's affecting you. We clear it from your energy field. And when we do that, the body restores balance and you're able to get your life back. So
how
that's what
does it work? How does it work?
So we use muscle testing.
Okay.
Okay, so kinesiology, muscle testing.
Mhm.
And with muscle testing, I'm able to just ask your body questions. And so it's a different approach than Western medicine, Western medicine really focuses on kind of categorizing things into like diseases and conditions and then treating those. So with like all energy healing really has in common that we come at it from a different approach, and that we're looking for the underlying reasons of your symptoms and we're clearing those. And so if a person goes to the doctor, they'll say, well, you have this, and this is what's wrong with you. And then they'll come to me and I'll come at it from under here. And it's like, it's like we're looking at apples and oranges, right? And it's not that they're wrong, but it's just that they might just going to be treat the symptoms with a drug or surgery. And I'm going to look at, well, what emotional baggage did you bring that's manifesting as this symptom?
Mhm.
And then, then we just clear it. And
So is this something that has to be done in person? Can you do it online? Is on the
Yeah,
phone? What's the best course of action if someone wants to?
I do everything just on the phone usually.
Okay.
Actually, I have clients all over the world, and with those, I sometimes Zoom with them. But
Oh, that's cool. That's very cool.
yeah,
I had no idea. I had no idea.
It's really amazing, and like it's so inspiring, story after story, when people come back and just tell me, the difference that it's made in their lives. And some people were on the track to have surgery and just take themselves off the surgery list because it's just, for example, it's just a trapped emotion.
Yeah.
Trapped emotions is a big one, actually. And what I do is we just look for times that you haven't fully processed the experience that you had. So then you're holding on to this grief around the lungs, or you're holding on to this anger around the liver, things like that. And so when you have these imbalances, they really create a discord in your energy field. And so then your organs, your tissues, your bones, they start to say like, hey, pay attention to me. So when you have pain, like chronic or acute pain, or chronic or acute illness starting, or you have some kind of emotional imbalance, like you just feel a heaviness or depression, anxiety, lack of joy, things like that, or you have mental obstacles that you just can't seem to get over, things like that. A lot of times it's just these trapped emotions, trapped energies. So
That's cool. No, thanks for sharing that. Like, I'm sure there's going to be people who see this that have no idea, and you're just opening up a multitude of doors, right? Both of you.
It's an amazing world.
So I think a couple of stories actually would be helpful with this, right?
Yeah.
So you want to tell a story, or you want me to tell a story?
You got one in mind.
There's so many, there's really a lot, but one that you were just talking about was a friend who had some grief, right, over like a lost foster child. Their foster child had to go back. So he's a baseball coach, and he wasn't actually able to throw, so his arm could raise like this, but he couldn't like lift it up to throw. So he was going to have surgery, and so Erica did body code with him and released the trapped energy of grief,
something like
that over his heart. And then he was able to throw again. He was able to lift his arm up.
Just sitting right there, I was like, well, we just did a quick session. I was like, all right, now it took me 5 minutes maybe.
Yeah.
I was like, well, let's see if that made a difference. And he was like, whoop. He just pulled it right up, and he was like, what in the world? It was just this energy that was kind of reaching over from the heart was getting in his shoulder, and he connected it to a thing that he had done. Like, I threw this arm sideways, like he pulled the ball up and threw it sideways. Well, that was true. It's just that what I find is that we our bones, our tissues, everything, our organs, they're kind of set up to have something go wrong when we have these negative energies there. So as soon as he made one wrong move, it was like tweak, and and the doctors called it was a torn something or other, but I'm looking at it in a different way, and maybe it was torn, but the pain is coming from the irritation from the energy. And also now his body is able, if there is a tear, what's going to happen? His body can repair it now. So,
nice.
So another example, actually the same trip, but there was this gentleman who he was so yellow, like he had a liver transplant actually, from his sister, and he was so yellow, and he was laying in bed, he could barely talk, and so Erica came and did a session with him. How long was your session? It was kind of short. But then the next day he was up and about. He was actually he's like really an introvert, but he was up and about socializing and walking around and shopping. And they were like, what just happened?
Yeah.
So such a huge change. So
his family was just saying that, usually he's a little bit like reclusive, especially in big social situations, which we were in. And he was out making friends. He was out from morning till night. He had been so sick, but the next day he got a lot of his appetite back. And they said they hadn't seen him look that good in 2 years, actually. And it was kind of things don't always happen that way, but it was kind of an overnight change. But my favorite part of that story is actually the inner change that he reported. He actually told his wife, they were like, "What is up with you?" And he said, "I don't know. She just released, she freed me up inside," he said. Those were his words. And there was like, there was an emotion, there's just an emotional stuff. And people, every single appointment, I ask at the end, like, "How are you feeling?" And sometimes they notice big physical changes, but the biggest thing that everyone says is, "I don't know, I just feel lighter." And that's what I'm here for. Like, that's the good stuff for me, is to feel joy, to have joy restored in your life again. These things are heavy. Life is heavy. Life is heavy. So.
And you know what? That's the stuff that people need to hear, right? It's an emotional, powerful story that you can tell the passion when you guys talk about it, right?
Yeah.
So, and you can share that with the viewers. So, no, great stuff. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Before we head out, Ben, Erica, anything that you want to share? Contact info, website info, anything like that. And if people wanted to reach out to you, how could they do that?
Yeah. Well, of course, we can send that to you, and you
Sure.
can do it when you post. You can put our info down there. You can find us on Facebook, Ben Berry. I look like this. Erica, she looks like this. Erica Berry. We're on Instagram, and then just a couple of like landing pages and stuff where people can, and they can text us too. So
I have a page called Regenerative Healing. So like regenerative healing.as.me. And on that page is where I kind of list some different things that people might be interested in reading about. Like, is this for me? Do you have something emotional that you really would like to overcome? Do you have something physical that's chronic that doctors can't explain, that just keeps coming up? And so there's different things that you can read about and just see if this might be for you. And then of course, I offer a free consultation, because I love, even if people don't sign up for a session, I love to talk to people about this, because light bulbs go on and it sparks hope in them. Like, what if there's actually an answer? Because sometimes Western medicine doesn't really have an answer for them. So I like to have the conversation at least, and just get them thinking, and like, what if my body can heal? Like, what if God actually does see me? God has not forgotten me. So
awesome. Thank you. Well, that's a great way to finish us off. And of course, thank you for your time, guys. It's always great chatting, and have a phenomenal journey. I'll expect my ticket in the mail at some point.
We'll have a spot ready for you, man.
Sounds good.
For you.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you,
everybody.
Have a good one, guys.
Bye.
There we go. Perfect. Thanks, guys.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
See ya.